Hi there, Leo. Welcome to Jive Tarot and your October reading. So, we're going to be doing a 9 card spiritual insight this week and see how that goes for us. How the retrograde treats y'all. It should be rolling to a close right about now. Good Lord. Huh? Let's see if I can get y'all something. It keeps wanting to break right there, so we're going to call that. Page of Swords in reverse. And the Five of Cups in reverse. There seems to be something that you are getting over, but not the way you would think. You know, it's like you would put a certain amount of distance or space between you and the other person or you and the situation. And then, you know, now I'm getting over it. Now I've had enough peace or enough quiet time or enough time to think and see things from a more objective viewpoint, maybe. Let's go ahead and pull you this 9 cards. Past, present, future, conscious, subconscious, person that you're dealing with, doorways the situation could be, opening for you, how you would have handled it in the past, and how Spirit is directing you to handle it this go around. Seems to me like you've been pretty stagnant, and there might be some sort of longing or gripping or inability to change. Get these cards out real quick. Yeah, that looks good. Conscious, subconscious, please. Well, and the Lovers in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is what it's looking like to me so far. So far, I seem to have this stalemate kind of feel. The Two of Wands and the Two of Swords in your most recent past and your current energies seems to denote some sort of decision-making, crossroads kind of feel, stagnation, could be a little bit of pessimism, right? With the Devil here in reverse, that there's something that you need to unbind yourself from. And with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, with the person that you're dealing with, I kind of feel like there's a possibility that you think that it's the other person, right? And maybe it is. Ace of Wands, Two of Cups in reverse. There does seem to be an active push or pull away from the person that you have been previously dealing with. Now, you know this to be a necessity with the universe in your solar plexus or in your subconscious, but there's something that makes you want to cling. And I'm getting that repetitive because Death and the Devil are both in reverse in your subconscious, in your conscious mind, and in the most possible future outcome. That this unbinding, it's more or less like it's the person instead of the situation or the seed that we had planted, right? That is manifesting in our life. Most definitely call a spade, but don't lay blame where blame is not due, right? Or if you cut down the weed mentally and consciously, if you cut down the weed, make sure you go ahead and pull up the root, the thing that started it. There is an overall push to get this done, but you don't actually complete the cycle or put it in a way that is manifesting better outcomes until you've dealt with it within yourself. I see that there is a steady, steadfast in the doorway that the person that you're dealing with, the situation, they seem to have taught you how to stand in your power like a mountain. The King and the Queen of Pentacles is more like it's this steady, consistent earth energy, right? They're stable, functional, committed. I do see some sort of animosity, and that is definitely coming up between your conscious mind and your present situation. So, in your current situation, there still seems to be some sort of battle, right? And that's going to be accentuated if you keep pulling the person that you're dealing with as a separate entity instead of something that you have created or manifested or called into your life, right? This person could be mirroring you or just trying to shine a light on what you are that you do not really identify with most times. Our shadow side is usually that thing that we deny within ourselves. Well, it can't be me. No, it very much so can be you. The Fool card here, there's also a seem to, yes, again, there seems to be that it's not complete. You're not able to start a new journey if you're compartmentalizing blame on the outward instead of focusing on the inward. It is perfectly all right to place blame where blame is due, right? It's and this seems to be a little bit of a head over heart decision here with you, is that there's something that you want to cling to while you're untying yourself from, right? And I think that for the most part, what the cards are telling me is that you do end up clinging to it. It's like, I cleaned the surface, but I didn't get all the germs. You understand? It looks clean, but I didn't disinfect it. The King of Wands here. This is it almost like it's an expectation, right? That if I cut this thing off, then I have created an environment where it won't feed it within me. Instead of taking your power back and saying that if I cut it off within me, it'll stop manifesting completely on the outside world. It's just a little bit of shift in perspective. That would probably help the wound heal just a little bit more completely. Now, the person that you're dealing with or were dealing with in the past, they don't seem to be an issue. This seemed to be a learning situation. So, if you were expecting them to come back, please do not expect them to come back without a repeat cycle or a louder, more predominant way of expressing the thing that you have just learned. This thing that brought up the Five of Wands, the aggravation, the animosity, the competition. And Leo, we are really good at competition. I do see the, yeah, I see the Four of Wands in reverse. This is an inability to shake things up just a little bit. So if it's consistent action and consistent behavior that brings two of you together to form a nice, happy household, per se, then now would be the time to understand that shaking things up but remaining fixed in your core. Leo, you are a fixed sign, so this shouldn't be that hard. It's just a shift of perspective. And no, it's not the easiest thing. Bottom of the deck, it's the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to pull 3 cards for the person that you're dealing with, because some people do like to know. 3 cards for the person that you're dealing with, their subconscious, their deepest, darkest, inside feelings. We're going to pull 2 cards for their conscious mind, and then 1 card for how they're showing face in your physical world. 3 cards, please. The person that Leo's dealing with. Okay, they seem to be coming off of some sort of heartbreak themselves. They are suffering. They're in pain. They are looking for something to fill that void or that gap. I see that they seem to be stalking you. So this overall energy, maybe it's not you. Maybe it's them. Maybe they have walked away or stopped feeding the situation or feeding into the situation, but they're still obsessively stalking, looking, checking, looking over their shoulder at you and what you're doing. I see that it could be a control issue, a control ploy. Like they're just probably just putting on a show. This would make them feel better. This would make them feel like they've won, or that they've caused you the pain. But understand that the pain that they are feeling or they are dealing with, it's a possibility you did not cause it. I don't feel like this is a long-standing relationship. I think this is something that has just sprouted within the last 2 or 3 months in its form. Now, this is a person that you could have known for a very long time. However, this situation is something that has changed. You know, this is something that's different. And maybe it didn't work out the way that you had planned it to work out. The person that you're dealing with, they're getting over worry. They're getting over sleepless nights. It's a possibility you could be losing them. But, Leo, is it actually a loss? The tarot cards are telling me that this person plays games. This is a immature-ish kind of person with the Page of Wands here, and they are harboring some sort of deep internal pain. Ace of Wands. In their conscious mind, they're coming across as they're not worried about it. It's 2 drops in a bucket, you know, and I am starting something new. I'm starting something fresh. However, their subconscious it's holding on to a lot of pain. It's stalking. It's obsessive. It's they're watching the wake roll over and tear apart banks and banks, and you're part of that. But mentally, it's just a repeating cycle. It's like they try to pull away from something, but they keep going back to it. Like they're the repeating cycle. So yes, this person is no good for you. They serve their purpose, so to say, in your life, in your game, and how it played out. But I'm feeling that, I mean, y'all could probably have something very long-term and long-standing if you want to stay stuck in this little whirlpool that y'all are forming. You could continue to chase. They could continue to roll backwards and never look at their internal pain. You can never look at what you need to change, you know, to stop manifesting this person in your life. And it could just be like rubber band man. Y'all could just go around in the same circles forever and ever and ever. But is that what you want? Or do you want to evolve and take a step up? Now, that is definitely your call, Leo. The tarot cards are just guiding. I see that the person that you're dealing with, they are in, okay, loss and regret, bottom of the deck. They're suffering. They're suffering from something, but they are trying to start a new journey, and they possibly could have cut off communication with you. However, their subconscious says that they still dream about you, they still think about you, they still check on your social media, they still hang around with the same groups of people trying to get information on you, but not by asking, just by being there and hoping that something comes out. It's probably something that they haven't noticed within themselves or focused on within themselves. And that's going to be fine. Let's pull 3 cards real quick for a summary. See how this is playing out. 3 cards, please, for a summary for Leo's tarot reading. Yeah. Okay. I see the 5 of Swords and the Magician and the Lovers. Okay. 5 of Swords is defeat at all costs. This is not really caring about the person, just caring about being right or being the victor. The Magician in reverse is underhandedly or not really utilizing everything on your table, but being manipulative and sneaky. And the Lovers here is that it's pretty much a match. I mean, y'all could match each other's energy all day long, but that's not really what we want to do, is it, Leo? Now, and as I've told you already, you could stay stuck in this cycle, and some people are completely, perfectly happy there for their whole lives. Or you can take the step up, make the internal changes needed to find something better, and maybe make a positive impact on the world on your way through. The 8 of Wands, this is fast, incoming communication and action. Now is the time for action. On the back end of this retrograde, on the back end of all this mess and energetic kind of backflow, now is the time. So if you want to take advantage of the situation, go right on ahead. If you'd like to like, comment, subscribe, see more, do hit the bell so you can be informed next time I upload. And until then, Leo, thanks for stopping by at Jive Tarot.